So hey guys, Christian this side. So just until a few days ago, I was so happy that I just watched the latest episode of One Piece, and I was so excited that I'm gonna watch the next episode and what's gonna happen in One Piece. And then I suddenly was scrolling on internet and I found something so depressing that it just killed my whole mood for One Piece. And if you don't know, Netflix is bringing One Piece live action series, not movie, live action series. And after seeing that, I just totally broken down. Like, I don't know what I have to say. That a live action of One Piece. Okay, I understand that there are some good live action out there, like of Bleach. He is a good live action movie, but there are majority of a live action that is just outrageously horrendous, that they are not worth watching. Like, they are not even worth watching for like 5 or 10 minutes. And one of the greatest example is Death Note. Like, it was also made by Netflix, and One Piece is also being made by Netflix. So I have a very low opinion of this upcoming live action. And if you have watched Death Note live action, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a total massacre of a fucking great anime and turning into something that nobody can watch it. Like, it's a perfect example of how you have to do not do things. Like, it's just senseless of making you turning something that good into turning something that bad. I don't know how can you do this. If you have just made a little bit in it, that should be fine. You just change completely everything except the main plot, which you have to do the same as that. Netflix do that every time he sees an opportunity. Like, recently anime is going up, so he just made his another Netflix original record of Ragnarok, and it was just downright bad. Like, underpaid underpaid employees in Mappa, they are giving them very less wages for making anime, and they just want to gain money and money, more money. So that's what they are doing. Like, One Piece is the biggest anime of all time, so they are doing that. They are taking that and just making into live adaptation. And if you have watched, like, it's not released, it's going to release it, and it's going to have like 10 episodes. And the first chapter name is also remains known as the manga, but that's not the point. If you have seen it, like, if you have seen the cast, like, I'm not telling the cast is bad, but they are not fitted for the role. If you see Luffy, he is not that short guy. Like, Luffy is not that tall in this crew, but he is definitely an height. He has a definitely good height in the live action adaptation. And Sanji, Usopp, and Zoro are not fitted for their character. Like, they haven't released. It might be good, but they are not suiting the role because it look a bit off. For their faces doesn't match for the role they are going to play in the live action. But there is only one thing that find my attraction was Tanami, and she was good. I'm not going to say anything about her because she was the only good thing in the whole live action cast. And I think there would be Robin too, but that's aside. But I don't think that it's going to be a good because the cast is so. They, I'm not gonna say the cast, the character who's playing are going to be bad like the character, but they are not suited for that particular role. Like, Luffy is a little bulk up, but in anime he's that skinny guy, but he's a pretty bulk up guy in the live action. And the most senseless thing, if you have ever watched, is the Law. The actor for Law is smiling. Like, he is genuinely smiling. He's not smirking, he is smiling. a big smile on his face, which is a thing which you have not seen in anime that Law has ever smiled. He just smirks sometime, or otherwise he is that dude, like the baddest dude in MD anime, and he doesn't smile. And the first thing you see is Law smiling, which is obviously a no-no sign for you to watch it. But I cannot say for sure it's going to be good or bad. But how much I see, I don't think it's going to be good, because if you are covering One Piece, that it's going to be so hard. If you're going to cover One Piece, because it's so long, you can't cover it obviously, and Netflix just have to go in live action and ruin everything for everyone. And like a person who doesn't watch anime but he have heard about One Piece, he just goes on Netflix is One Piece, he just sees the live action, because they didn't have One Piece in Netflix but they have the live action. He watches like, what the hell is this, like it's this shit thing that he just didn't watch. Like it's making a bad impression of these things which are actually way better than these live action adaptation. And when you see, one thing that struck out with the most is the first chapter is Romance Dawn, which is obviously the first chapter of the manga where Luffy starts his journey. But when you see the character, they are all in the outfit of the 2 year time gap. When they meet after 2 years, they are in that outfit, and because it doesn't make any sense, because if you are going to start from the chapter 1, at least make them look like the chapter 1. And they didn't put any effort like making it look like chapter 1 is going to be part of chapter 1. Like if you're going to say that if the season 1 has 10 episodes, so I think the 10 episodes should be just about the Romance Dawn part, or at least the part before the 2 year time gap. So that makes no sense if you are just startingly presenting them as the person they are after 2 years. But that's all I'm saying. Some people might like the live action adaptation, but I haven't watched many live action adaptation because it just doesn't attract me that much. But Netflix has to do this thing. I just watched that note, and it was more than enough for me because I don't want to watch anymore. Bleach was good. I didn't watch Bleach, but I have seen some scenes from Bleach, and it was amazing. And nothing else more to say about this, and I hope it doesn't turn out bad, which is obviously I'm thinking is going to be, because Netflix doesn't know how to make these things, because Netflix just want to make money, and this is going to ruin the experience for the new watchers who just started getting into anime or want to get into anime. So yeah, that's about it. I hope Netflix doesn't fuck this up, and that's about it for the video. Until then.